TikTok, this device turns on, so we'll just be live on TikTok right here. And then we're live on YouTube and Facebook. What's up, everybody? October IMC Nation gathering in San Jose. That's starting. The website's being updated right now. Join Zoom at there you go. What's up? Oh, and I have an auto message here. I'm Yogi Chris, captain of IMC Nation. I live with AZD and I run this TikTok. That's what it says. What's up, Katarina? We're live on a couple platforms bringing you news of the IMC Nation gathering. This takes place in San Jose, California, where I live, where I'm streaming from right now. I live with AZD, the guy that you join these accounts for, that everybody's watching Stoic Temple for. That's what you know me for, because I'm captain of IMC. I've been around for years, and I've gotten close enough with attending all the events, being a student, participating, getting involved, wanting to talk with other guys about it. That's one of the biggest things, like in the Facebook groups, May the Frame Be With You, or, you know, Brotherhood of the Wolf, that you guys don't talk with each other. You know, you don't have brothers to talk with about game, about this stuff, you know, and it's taboo subjects. People don't, if they study it in secret. That's why originally the game, the Secret Society of Pickup Artists, that was the game by Neil Strauss. So we have a gathering, and we've had a gathering. This is number 47 in a row. And honestly, before the first one, there was one more in a row. That January was a different kind of event. So this is the 48th camp in a row, month in a row. And several months we did multiple camps. And now, of course, we live with AZD, Fernando, Sultan, and myself. And then other guys live at base 2, like 20 minutes from here. And there's 4 guys, was 5 guys. Now there's 4 guys there. So there's 7 guys that directly live very close to AZD, go out with them on weekends. They come over to the base, or they live at the base. And we see the lifestyle. It's legit. It's real. It's not somebody that read a bunch of books about masculinity or how to be an alpha or stoicism or pickup in relationships that's talking out their ass about it. That's gotten with some women in their past, or maybe has a beautiful girlfriend or something like that. It's got multiple on top of multiple beautiful girlfriends, talking with multiple other girls, and they all feel so fulfilled and happy about it, because what is being communicated it's just so much value. When you understand the mind, the psychology of women, what they find attractive, how to talk to them, how to compliment them, how to set them straight, how to tell them no, how to tell them yes. Plus how your community and everybody around you respects you, men, women, old, young. It's a lot of value. It's the value of how to be. You know, like they say in all these evolutionary psychology books, AZD is legit. He is the example of it. But in the books, they will say that having social awareness, you know, social aptitude, social skills, being socially savvy is actually survival value. That, just like being strong, being able to fight, being able to hunt and kill, being able to make money, those are survival value. But actually social awareness, how to navigate socially, is survival value. And women are attracted to the man who knows how to be social, how to win over social, how to go to the top. So that the most rich and powerful celebrity, the most beautiful, they want to align with that person just because of what? Is it his money? Is it when you can't figure it out, it's his character. It's how it's what he knows about how to interact. This device still is not turning on. Okay, so we have a gathering. It's an official gathering that you can come to San Jose, that AZD will be teaching you Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And you'll have the opportunity to go to the strip club with us, which is a laboratory for talking to girls. That's what it is. If you use it right, then yeah, you might pay a little cover. We don't pay cover because we get bottles. So we buy a bottle and we sit there, and the girls come to us and we talk. And yes, we're buying the interaction. But when you see AZD's success with so many legit girlfriends, not stripper girlfriends, but like legit girlfriends and stripper girlfriends and other girls he's talking with, and you see how it's been built, like we've lived with them for over 3 years. And I've been studying him for 8 years. Like, I don't know if people think it's fake, or if you think he's paying the girls. That's not what it is. But he pays to learn the game. When you go out, you're paying wherever you go. You're going to pay some cover. It's high end. You're going to buy some food. You're going to pay for some drinks. You might even buy some girls some drinks. You're going to spend some money. And then what that experience is, okay, in a package for experience points. You accumulate experience doing that. Right on. Yeah, like the live, everybody. Like and share it and all that. Okay, and then at the strip club, some guys will have objections, like I'm not trying to get strippers, or I don't want to talk to strippers, or I don't want to spend money talking to strippers. That doesn't improve your game. I'm telling you, man, if you believe in the results, which are legit, I'm a PhD and I've mastered several subjects in my life other than school. And being around AZD is mastery. I've been around other pickup artists that were masterful, seniors, OGs in it. And AZD does it through skill and his character. And the strip club is a laboratory. It's a free, safe, it's not free, but it's like free to be yourself. You can be yourself, because when you go out, you're not being yourself. You're being somebody, you're being somebody you think should be cool. And when you go to the strip club, you let your guards down, because you're like, these bitches are hoes. Like, I could be whatever. You could be angry. You could be whatever. Now you'll get kicked out, but you learn. And when you're around the group, man, because you're not just going in there like blind, like not knowing how to navigate a strip club. You're going in there with AZD, top player, who dates girls at strip clubs, who's in deep with the owner, because the owner and him are aligned, because it's value, man. It's one of those venues that, like, AZD's just really tight with the owner. Super tight, like beyond tight. Like the owner looks up to AZD. So it's a different experience when you go in there. And it's a laboratory to practice. And that's part of the gathering. So when you come into the gathering, you get to go to the strip club. I have to say all of that because people will downplay the strip club like you're just paying for attention, or they're not quality girls. First of all, they're prettier than most of the girls you're going to find when you go out. And the girls you find when you go out, if they're really pretty, you might be surprised. They are strippers or OnlyFans girls, or not all of them, of course. Some are just really beautiful and doing shit in life. That they're still, a woman of beauty is still selling her sexuality to get ahead in life. That's why she sells so many houses. That's why she's so promoted at the business, because that's what men are hiring for. Yeah, they want you to be able to do the job, but they could find a guy that can do the job better than you, right? What job can a woman do besides nursing, raising a baby, doing anything baby related? Besides that, what is it in the world that you could find that you couldn't find a man that could do it better? Astronaut, firefighter, engineer, politician. The only way that the woman is able to navigate that is because a bunch of men will back up, stand up for her. If she was just by herself, it would be ridiculous. If it was just women on one side and men on the other side, it'd be ridiculous. What you'd find is a bunch of defactors from the men's side who would go over there because not they agree, they'll pretend like they agree, but it's because they think it'll get them closer to sex. That's what a bunch of liberal men are. Liberal men and real betas, like, that hang out with girls, when you see like a guy and like 6 girls, but he just looks like one of the girls. Like, he's not alpha over the women. He's just one of the friends there. He's just doing that to get close to them. Okay, that's his strategy, and he's whatever enough that they allow him around him, but they're just keeping him around as bait, as someone to throw in front of traffic if they need to. They don't respect that guy. And that's what liberal men are. They're doing it to get closer to women. They're at the core root of it, a man is not liberal. Not in the government political sense in America, what we call liberal. A man is capitalistic. He wants reward for his work. You know what I'm saying? It's going all political. So we have a gathering. It's October 20th, 21st, 22nd. So you'll get 4 hours of in-person lecturing with AZD on Friday. And that's Q&A. Top player on the planet. Bring your questions, bring your text messages, bring whatever situations you're in with women right now. Even if it's non-situations, you're not getting into situations with women. Bring your questions, man. Your whole beingness will change. It's not just AZD, because AZD has trained all of us. The guys that live with him, the guys that live near him, and the guys that have been coming every month to these camps. About 12 to 20 guys come every month. A lot of, it's like, 2 to 3 new guys every month, and then there's regulars. And then the regulars range from like, this is their 3rd or 4th camp to this is their like 17th to like 40th camp. Like I said, I've been around for years, so I've been at 48 camps. And it just comes naturally. The beingness comes naturally. You learn it and you apply it, and it just comes out. And I'm still just a student of AZD, not just a student. I'm captain of IMC Nation. I live with him, blah, blah, blah. But you quickly see the difference when if he ever walks in and he hops on camera. Some of you may have been on live, like on TikTok or whatever, or on YouTube or whatever. And like, I'll be giving a talk and then AZD will come in and be like, whatever. And just his delivery, his presence, his voice, I can clearly measure there's a huge difference. There's a big gap between, man, I wish I could talk like that. What the fuck? Deliver the message, get it across so that people get it. You know, be cool enough that everybody's like, damn, he's such a ladies' man. Well, you know, you should be able to measure it or see it when he's not in front of a bunch of ladies. You know, he's giving a lecture, it's just him. He's got a beingness that women find attractive, the most beautiful women. Not all, but a lot of beautiful women. And he doesn't go with girls. He doesn't go after girls that like aren't into him. That's one of the secrets, you know. If you try to get 1,000 women, you're just gonna like discourage yourself. In 1,000 women, you might get like 1 to 4 of them, maybe more, who knows, 40. I mean, really you could get somewhere with hundreds of them, but how many are you really going to want to be? It's not going to be every woman. At the core root of it, when you want her to behave the way you want her to behave, act the way you want her to act, talk to men the way you want her to talk to men, dress the way you want her to dress, be the way you want her to be, it's only going to be a small number out of every 1,000 that you're going to get to be that way. But then at the end of the day, if you have 4 girlfriends and they're completely, totally obedient and compliant to you, you don't give a fuck about the 996 that don't like you. You got 4. And the 4 know that the 996 don't necessarily like you. Many of that will be jealousy. Many of it will be insecurity. They can't measure up to it. Many of the 1,000 just aren't attractive enough or don't have the personality. You leave them behind and then they resent you for leaving them behind. But man, woman, you got to get your shit in order. And if you don't, I don't have time to just be like taking time out of my life to guide you so much. Like you have to be obedient, compliant, and then I'll guide you. Do what I say, and then I'll guide you. And if it's not enough value here for you to do what I say, then I'm not going to guide you or care about you or anything with you. Just move on. And the man without any game will move on and not have any women. And the man with game will move on and replace her and get another woman and multiple other women. And the better his game, he can just be more selective, more and more and more selective for his standards. Move on, next. Because he's not trying to seduce 1,000 women, just whoever his women are. You know what I mean? What should I do next time I see her if my ex regrets that I left her? I don't know why you would leave a woman. So you got with her, so she was enough when you got with her. So you left her because why? Why did you leave a woman? Was she disobedient? Then you tell her you can't be disobedient. Was she mouthing off? You can't mouth off. Like if you really regret it, then check your attitude. And if it's because she won't let you be with other women, listen, I'm going to be with other women. So you either regret me leaving you because you had those standards, and then you got to fix that in you because I'm going to be with other women, or she regrets leaving her because she thinks she can still reform you. And it's like, listen, if you think that I'm ever not going to be with other women, then stop regretting not being with me. I saved us both a lot of frustration. You should thank me. So now you should move on and find some other guy. He's going to lie to you, whatever, fuck. Like you want one guy. You want a monogamous relationship with a liar rather than being with a man who has other women who's honest with you. I get it, because you value what other people think over, you know, having an honest relationship. I get it. That's fine. Move on. So that's it. I mean, if she regrets you leaving, now, if you regret leaving her, then then there's something else. So a lot of guys will say, she regrets me leaving her. That doesn't even make sense, really. How could she regret you leaving her? She could only regret whatever she's done that, you know, you left her over. And if that's the case, then it's your decision, man. If she changes, would you let her back? Would you have her back? But that's all I got to say about that. He's probably not even still on TikTok, because that was a question you wrote a while ago. I just saw it. Okay. So YouTube, so Saber's on. I did not stream to Kick. I could have, but there was no discovery. You know, there needs to be discovery on that, you know, and got to figure that out and let me know. Like, do I need to put tags in the title or something? Because I can update that. You know what I mean? I only want to do it because I'm limited to 5. I can only multi-stream to 5 at a time. So I select ones that have viewers. You know what I mean? It's a competitive race. It's kind of like when you have multiple girlfriends. I select the ones that give me everything. I want the YouTube and Facebook and Kick channels that give me everything. You know, I don't have time for the channels that don't give me everything. Man, AZD was coaching these kids the other day. It was amazing, guys. It was like one of the most mind-blowing things I've ever seen. And it was game, but it was with 2 kids, two brothers, twins, that were so closed off to communication. I was, and they were like 11 years old. And I was just like, that was a difficult situation. The mom was right there. The way he talked to these kids was mind-blowing. And he ended up extracting so much info from them about video games and how entangled they were with that. And then he used the language of video games to talk about martial arts and how they had to level up. And they got it. And they came back to Fernando's class and they were so excited to do kickboxing. And they were closed off, dude. It was like through the words, he unlocked their mind. So I'm saying to Saber right now, man, we got to get the channels that give us everything, not the channels that give us nothing, that we keep giving them shit and they don't give it back. And that's how you got to think about multiple relationships. And one day Saber's going to have 5 girlfriends and he's going to break it off with, or he's going to have 7. He's going to break it off with 2 because I only got time for 5, dude. And I only got time to give it to the women that give me everything. It's going to be just like that time Yogi Chris was streaming to 5 platforms. He had to select the best 5 out of 7 and he had to cut off 2 of them because they weren't giving him shit. Easy analogy. Okay. So we just got a little bit to go because my girl's coming to pick up my laundry and then I'm going to pick up my vehicle. She's dropping me off. So that's what it is. So the Shadowlands gathering, Shadowlands, like from Mortal Kombat. So he's been teaching on this shadow language. It went from the blood of the dragon, we are dragon's blood, where he was teaching about this archetype of the dragon and how to see through the other person's eyes, how to really understand what is respect and respectful communication and how to not be beta, but how to be respectful to the woman in a way. You know, he's alpha. He's telling girls off left and right. Like he'll go 0 to 100 on a girl real fast. But how to be respectful to these bitches in a way that literally makes them want to be in a relationship with you because it pierces. It's so unavailable to them. Men don't talk to them this way. And that's what Blood of the Dragon was about. It evolved as he went through the lectures. It evolves as it does. And it changed into this shadow walker technology. This is what he calls, she has a shadow side of her mind. And by being able to pace her darker thoughts, pace meaning like when you pace somebody in running, you run alongside them or walk alongside them, you're pacing how they're thinking. So to be able to pace her darker subconscious, you could say, or you know, something like that, her secretive side of things, so what she's hiding, what she's really thinking, not sharing. You know, women, as you get better with women, you realize more and more and more and more and more and more they're indirect. They don't say exactly what they mean almost ever. They have to be so comfortable with you to do so that it just won't. And it's different than like being in an engineering class and she's honest with you about 2 + 2 is 4. That's whatever's on the paper. When it has to do with anything socially, how she's feeling or what her thoughts or opinions about something are, she's indirect. And so when you know that, that means she's hiding what she really thinks. So being able to pace her and talking to her from that, and it creates this deep understanding where she feels understood. So that's, you can see how that's the evolution of dragon. We are dragon's blood, seeing through her eyes and making her fall in love with this respect. It comes from an understanding that evolved into Shadow Walker. Later, October 20, 21, 22 in San Jose is the gathering. That's where we all gather, guys from Los Angeles, Phoenix, Vegas, San Jose, and then people fly in from all over if they can afford it and they make it. It's very cheap. Only $450. 4 hours with AZD Friday, 4 hours with AZD Saturday, plus the strip club with AZD and the pack. It's always with the pack. It's not one-on-one. The whole pack is here. And that's what I was saying not long ago. I was like, he's trained all of us. It's not that we are going to be able to teach you something. It's that our beingness, being around us, how we've all learned to live around each other, with each other, as men, on our purpose, working, gaming, relationships, all this stuff in close proximity with each other, even living with each other where we got to clean up after ourselves, hygiene, odors, things like it's all calibrated and tweaked to be able to continue living with the top player on the planet. You can imagine if the house was a mess and it smelled bad, he can't be bringing 7 girlfriends one at a time over here. It's just embarrassing. It's low value. So we've had to learn how to raise our value to live with him, to go out with him, to be with him, or be around with him, travel with him, fight, train with him, all this stuff. And so being around us and the pack, also, it's like Cesar Millan. You introduce a stray dog into a pack, he falls in line. He learns the pecking order. He learns how to walk, sniff, where to go to the bathroom, all this stuff. And you take that home with you. It's part of the transformation of it. So that's the gathering. 4 hours on Saturday also, plus the strip club Saturday night, plus Sunday night for an hour or two, a little gathering, just kind of wrapping it up. So there's like 6, 7, 8, 9, I don't know, like about 9 hours lecture Q&A meeting with him, where you'll get a lot of advice on all sorts of things indirectly as he advises everybody. And then if you ask questions directly, and then going out with us. What a great night. $450. That's it. Plus, you'll pay for a little bit, like as you're here, like you got to pay for where to stay, whatever. And then, there will be special bonuses. There's, private party that we have a bunch of models. So it'll be like 1-on-1 ratio, 4 hours of gaming these models. That's a VIP. It's a little extra. And, other things. But the gathering, Shadowlands is the main thing. You get yourself to San Jose. We have a base here that you can stay at. It's very cheap. It's the same price it would be at an Airbnb, except you get to live with other guys that, they're officers. They know how to be. They've lived with each other for like 2 years or something. So that is just as much. It's like $125 or something. Come on. San Jose is expensive anyway. The most expensive thing, honestly, is flying here. That's what sucks about people, around the world. They may not be able to come in person. I say quit what you're doing. Just quit your life. Start again. Just move to America. I don't care. Be a janitor. It's better. It's better. Have 2 janitorial jobs. Work all the time. Listen to the recordings until you make enough money that you can move to San Jose or move in with a base somewhere. That's what I would do. Because it's real, it's legit. And it's our jobs as the guys in IMC that have achieved rank, have multiple relationships, successful. Like, we're an example. I'm a living example. I make my own schedule every day. I live with the top player. I'm growing every day. Like, it's effortless, these relationships, effortless. They're obsessed, devoted, and they may leave, whatever. Make more. And, I still got more than half my life ahead of me, I think. Probably more. Yoga all the time, martial arts I'm training, shit, man, this is the life. But it didn't fall in my lap. There's a lot of guys that would want to replace me, but they don't want to do the work it took to get here. And you don't see the work it took to get here because a lot of it was before your time, before you were around. You don't see how I was before. And this work, it takes work to change your personality, to change your vocabulary, how you talk, how you dress, your habits, your schedule. That inner work that you put in to change your character. And then you got to build reputation on that new character. So just because you change your character like that doesn't mean the women flock to you. You got to build rep everywhere now. People remember you how you were. You got to change. That's why even moving cities is faster sometimes, because you start afresh. This is the system of inner, deep, true, real inner transformation. IMC Nation. All right. Okay, are there any questions? How many women have you pulled? Give me in life. I don't want to just like throw that out. It's ridiculous. Why does it matter? I remember you, Rico. You didn't make it to live class. You had all these questions about, what was it? John Anthony. There's somebody on TikTok that was like, all respect for John Anthony lifestyle.
Dude, that guy fucks trannies.
Dude, that guy
that guy actually fucked trannies.
He fucked trannies and he talked shit about AZD for like an hour.
He talked about everybody.
But the thing is I don't know everybody. I know AZD is as legit as it comes. Yeah. That means John Anthony is as fake as it comes. He said a bunch of shit with certainty for like an hour that was all false. Yeah, just make shit up.
His game is he gets drunk and he goes out and talks to girls.
That's some good game, dude.
Yeah.
That's that frat boy game.
That's what that guy likes. He likes training game.
Dang.
Go to Thailand, bro.
Thailand. They got really pretty girly men there.
Love it. I love that.
Bro, they got the hottest girly men. Okay, everybody. So that's the end. If there's nothing else, let's see if there's any comments on YouTube. Okay. Oh, this is muted. So, Saber, I don't know if you've been saying stuff. Okay. No. All right. It was muted. I just realized. Cool. All right, everybody. Thank you for attending this live. Click the link in the bio for training. There's links in the descriptions everywhere. imcbase1.com. I'm Yogi Chris. And I'll see you in the next one. Jay Gurudev. Praise the Lord.
Bro, is that all these stains? I think all the stains.